بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Inshallah ta'ala, continuing the reading of Shaykh Nawaqidul Islam al-Ashara by Shaykh Salih al-Fawzaan hafidhahullah in his explanation of this risala from Shaykh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab rahimanallah wa iyyah, that we reach the point whereas whomsoever does not declare the polytheist disbelievers, or he agrees with their ways, or he doubts about their disbelief, that is kufr. From the different ahkam pertaining to the Muslims in regard to the disbelievers, Shaykh Salih al-Fawzaan hafidhahullah, he mentioned about 11 of those. And the first one is أنه يجب بغض الكفار, that it is a must, it is an obligation to have enmity and hatred, ومعاداتهم, and having that which is enmity and hate for the disbelievers. He mentioned even if he is from the closest people to the Muslim, if he is a disbeliever, then it is a must to عدم مواlatihim, not to have no love for them. And as we mentioned here, this love for them, it is not the hubbu tabi'i, it is not the natural love, but rather this is the love of ibadah, not to have it for them. ثانيا, number 2 is that it is not for the Muslim to bury the disbeliever. It is not for the Muslim to bury the disbeliever. It is not for the Muslim to bury the disbeliever. It is not for the Muslim to bury the disbeliever. It is not for the Muslim to bury the disbeliever, except based on any conditions. Number 3, barakallahu fikum, was that the kafir does not inherit the Muslim. The Muslim does not inherit the kafir. Rabi'an, from those ahkam, is that la yajuzu, it is not permissible an yuzawwaju al-kafir min muslimah. It is not permissible to marry a kafir to a muslimah, meaning a kafir man, a kafir male cannot marry a Muslim female, cannot marry a Muslim woman. And as Shaykh Fawzaan mentioned, the reason being was what? What was the reason that he said? Remember the reason what he said? What was the reason? Yes, so that she will not be under the authority of a kafir. So the woman, the Muslim woman, will not be under the authority of a kafir male. طيب. خشية على دينها, fearing for her deen, right? Fearing for her deen, and likewise for her not to be under the authority of a disbeliever. Number 5, barakallahu fikum, is, as we all remember, that it is to migrate from the lands of the disbelievers. To migrate from the lands of the disbelievers. To migrate from the lands of the disbelievers. And that migration, barakallahu fikum, that hijrah, it is wajib upon who? That migration is wajib upon who? It is wajib upon Abdul Rahman. Huh? Right? It is wajib upon who? Shakil. Meaning, what type of believers? That could be kind of Atif. Who is on whom is an obligation to do the hijrah? Huh? Who is able? Very good. But prior to being able, huh? Yeah, the Muslim. But prior to being able, yeah, that's part of being able, right? But prior to being able, there is another condition where it is an obligation. Abba Munira. Huh?
Every believing person who is able and is not in a condition that is saying that if they allow him to stay here.
Well, I mean, it's. I think you almost.
What do you read?
Who is to be migrating? What? Who is to be? Who is it upon him an obligation to migrate? Ahsanta, very good. That's the first one. Before talking about do you have the means or not? The person, does he have the ability to openly manifest his religion? Is he able to practice his religion? That's the first thing. Right. First one. The second is that if he has the means, and he knows the way, the path. Right? He mentioned, he said, فَيَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِ. Look at what Shaykh Fawzaan say. He said, it is an obligation upon a Muslim. And akhi, this, what we're reading right here, is very important. And I'm going to show you why this is very important in a minute. I'm going to show you a picture, right? For you to know that this is a very important matter. These are some important matter, barakallahu fikum. So for the one that doesn't have the possibility, he said, الَّذِي لَا يَقْدِرُ عَلَى إِظْهَارِ دِينِهِ. For the one that cannot openly manifest his religion. أَنْ يُهَاجَرَ إِلَى بِلَادِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ كما هاجر النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام وصحابته فرارا بدينهم. As the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام migrated, as the companions, they migrated to the lands of the believers, to the lands of the Muslim, running to safeguard their religion. Likewise, from those matters, it is, alhamdulillah, from the rulings between the Muslim and the disbeliever. It is, barakallahu fikum, number 6, to not initiate the salam. To not initiate the salam. To not initiate the Islamic greeting to the disbelievers. But that does not contradict that you can say, Abu Mansur, that doesn't contradict you can, you got your co-worker, y'all work together, he find you at the shop or you find him at the shop. It's not to say you can't say good morning. But assalamu alaikum, this is the matter whereby it is not to be initiated. Right. Sadisan, ma'adira, sabi'an, number 7, because we already mentioned sadisan. They are not to be given the path They are not to be given the path. They are not to be given the path. طيب. They are not to be given the path, meaning they are not to be, given the whole wide path just for them. But rather they got to be made it to take the narrow path. Right? Thaminan, number 8. Not allowing them to enter the Haramul Makki. Not allowing them to enter the Haramul Makki. Meaning the premises of the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca and the surroundings. And that is, barakallahu fikum, for the ruler to make sure, alhamdulillah, this is one of the responsibilities of the ruler, for the people not to be entering the kuffar, to be entering the premises of the Haramul Makki. That was number 8. And the reason being is what? That they are najas. They are najas. That's what you say? Yeah, they are najas. The legislation being what? They are filth. They are najas. They are impurity. What type of impurity do we have, Shaykh? How many type of impurity do we have? How many type? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Huh? There is one type of impurity. Abdul Rahman. 2. Well, I heard 2 numbers now. I heard 1 and 2. Adam go with 2. Atif go with 2. But you might be a lot. Abu Murira, he goes with 2. Shakir. Abu Ibrahim, 3. Oh, I heard 3 numbers now. Abu Ibrahim, Abdul Rahman, you go with 2. 2. Abdullah, 2. Ibrahim, 2. Ibrahim say 2. Right? Now there is 2 type of impurity. Yes, 2. Right? You have the impurity, Atif. The disbelief itself, meaning the impurity of the disbelief. The impurity of the spiritual impurity. The religious impurity, if I can say that. The spiritual impurity. And the second one is the impurity of the physical impurity. The individual will go to the restroom, he will not do istinja. He will use the bathroom, he will not do istijmar. He will have, he will be sexually defiled. He will not do al-ghusl al-janaba. That's impurity itself. Right? Before going to number 9, I wanted the brother to see this thing right here. Look, this is a masjid that is called Masjidullah. Right? It is saying, seasons, greetings to our Christian and Jewish friends. Masjidullah. Seasons, greetings, at-tahniyah. At-tahniyah. Fahamt at-tahniyah? Tahniyah means it's like a congratulations. Right? They congratulating. Listen, now look at this. Seasons greetings to our Christians and Jewish friends. Friends. Many issue of aqidah in this. And guess what? They want it to be so